Good evening. First, I'd like to congratulate the spring sports teams that have come to a finish and wish the best of luck to those still competing. When you enter university school, it is apparent that the main goal is to give each student a proper education. An education will carry you a lifetime, and I admire the emphasis the school puts on academics. However, once you step out of the classroom and enter the athletic wing, it's a whole new world. University school sports can be defined in one word: tradition. The photos that line the athletic wing show that competition has been a part of US since the foundation of the school, with many state championships and victories in the school's past. An accomplished athletic program would be an understatement. The lacrosse, track, and tennis teams have demonstrated excellence in years past, and I have no doubt they will carry the tradition of winning through this year and years to come. The 2014 University School baseball team had a great deal of talent. Though we did not make it as far as we would have liked in the playoffs, we proved to many baseball powerhouses that we are not a pushover team that you schedule to make your record better. I thought our record was 8-11. I guess we just get lost with so many wins. But with 3 more games to play this week, which does not represent how close, 8-11, but with 3 more games to play this week, which does not represent how close many of those losses really were. This year was without a doubt one of the best teams US had in recent history, and I think this year's team will set the standard for the future of baseball at this school. And now for the team. Seniors, co-captain Chandler Wozak. To say that Chandler has changed a lot is an understatement. When I first met Chandler, I was unsure whether he was really a baseball player. I then heard him tell a kid next to him to move over by saying, "Scoochies." And at that moment, I had my answer. When I was finally convinced that he did actually play baseball, I soon learned he was one great baseball player. This year, Chandler was without a doubt one of our strongest players. It would not be out of the question to count him as one of the better pitchers to come through university school, and he did not disappoint through his job on the mound and consistent hitting at the plate. I'll miss playing summer ball with Chandler, but I know he'll do great things on the diamond at Miami, Ohio. Chris Russell. One of the unique things about the baseball team this year is how close the team was. Because of this closeness, we take part in a lot of chirping each other in the dugout and on the bus. On the sunny morning of April 25th, as I rose for detention, I decided to take a look at the high school baseball stats in the News Herald. And atop the leaderboards was our very own Chris Russell. At that moment, it was game over. However, we all took a step back and realized how crucial Chris was to the team's success. He was consistently one of the top hitters, played out in the field, played lights out in the infield, and pitched his little heart out. Without Chris, our team would not have been nearly as successful, and the team next year will be missing this stud. Andrew DeMarcus. Just off his latest album, Wonder Boy has been a valuable tool for the team this season. Coming off a torn labrum just over a year ago, Andrew rebuilt his arm strength and became a vital player in this year's team. If I had to compare Andrew to one MLB player, it would without a doubt be Shin-Soo Choo. He has a smooth swing and always keeps the socks knee-high. Dom keeps the game lighthearted and is always there to make a kid laugh after he strikes out or makes an error in the field. Dom is one of the strongest bats in the team and played the role of an outfielder perfectly. Dom loves talking about the game of baseball, and if you want to get to know him better, ask him about his insignia baseball mitt, which no one's ever heard of. Dom was a huge part of the reason we won as many games as we did, and displayed one of the best outfielder-hitter combos for university school in recent years. Mitchell Herman. Herm Dog is like an evil villain. You may not know him, but he 100% knows you. Any question about any high school ball player, he knows. However, this villain was a great contributor to the team this year. Mitch is a great contributor and played many key innings that were crucial to winning games. As a corner guy and big hitter, I got to spend a lot of time with Mitch this year, and I'm glad I did. He knows a lot about the game, and it showed as he stepped up in every situation he was thrown into. The whole team will miss Herman's presence. Taylor Mahako. In the beginning of this season, there have been many rumors floating around whether Taylor was going to play or not, but I'm glad he did. The only knuckleballer on the team, Taylor surprised batters and made kids look beyond foolish at the plate. Taylor wasn't giving someone the brutally honest truth about how their hit was actually an error. He's helping out the team in any way he can. Taylor's progression as a pitcher was remarkable, and I can truly say during the last few games pitching, he seemed comfortable and in control. Taylor displayed confidence on the bump and was a great pitcher for the team, and I wish him the best of luck at Emory next year. Zach Moses. I played baseball against Zach my entire life. Most of the time, Zach's team beat my team. Finally, once I got to high school, I was able to play alongside the lucky charm that beat my team every year. Zach showed versatility in the middle infield and brought a lot of energy to the team throughout the course of the season. He's been on varsity since he was a sophomore, and his experience showed as he made a ton of stops this year at second base. Zach was a key component, giving us one of the strongest middle infields in the area, and the team will be missing a great player on and off the field. Luke Wilhelm. I would like to give a huge shout out to the Wilhelm family for moving to Cleveland, as Luke has proven to be a huge player on not only the baseball team, but also the soccer team. This year, Luke was our leadoff hitter and our left fielder. He's a very versatile player and gave us speed on the base paths early in games. Though his bat might have started off slow, with a slight adjustment, he turned into one of the best hitters on our team. Luke also helped the team's chemistry and kept everyone from being on edge with his spot-on movie quotes and YouTube quotes. I had a great time playing ball with Luke this year, and I know he'll be having outrageous fun playing soccer at Hiram next year. Juniors, Tommy DeTillo. Tommy was probably the biggest surprise in the mound this season. Tommy had an amazing game against East Lake North to lead us to one of the biggest wins of the season. With a strong returning team, Tommy was essentially a pitcher only this season. With a lot of graduating seniors, Tommy will take a much bigger role on the team in multiple positions. Hopefully for the team, Tommy can also lead in keeping the team focused and playing hard like he did in the Collinwood game. Look for Tommy to do big things next year and help the team out in multiple ways. Reed Quiebla. When Reed isn't working on his latest science project in the Quiebla Family Laboratory, Reed is lifting. When Reed isn't lifting, he's talking about why you're not lifting. But when Reed puts the dumbbell curls away, Reed is a phenomenal baseball player. Reed uses strength and solid frame to hit bombs, toss kids out of the plate, and drop kick catchers like he's playing a game of Mortal Kombat. But in all honesty, Reed is a great player who is always looking to get better, and this year everyone on the team took notice. Next year, I'm sure Reed will work even harder in the offseason and assume a leadership role to lead the team in the playoffs next season. With hard work, I know Reed can achieve what he's looking for in playing ball at the next level. Timmy Lash. Coming into the season, I wasn't sure what to think of Timmy. All I knew that he was a tall right-handed pitcher who had a lot of potential. Timmy gained valuable experiences here as he learned to overcome a lot of mental issues he had on the mound, and toward the end of the season looked like a completely different player. Once Timmy learns that warm-ups don't entail gunning the ball from 5 feet away, poor K-Fizz, I believe that he could be a leading pitcher next year and carry the team deep into the playoffs. Chance Rotino. If I wanted to describe Chance's role in the team in the field and in the dugout, I'd be writing a mini novel. Chance may lack size, but he has a bigger passion for the game than anyone I've ever seen. Chance will have to lead the team next year with his great glove, and hopefully he can take his talents to the next level. Chance will be a key senior in determining how well the team does next year, and I expect big things from him next season. Tyler Wasser. Mike Trout played a huge role on the team this year. Tyler was our #1 reliever and pitched significant innings to get us out of jams in the middle of important games. Tyler keeps the team lighthearted on and off the field. When Tyler rolls up to practice or a game, blasting the music out of his silver PT Cruiser, you know it's game time. Despite a poor batting average in the beginning of the season, Tyler decided to take it out on the kids at Collinwood, who he beat 40-0. He went 4 for 4 and now sits as one of the best hitters on the team. Luckily, Tyler laughs at himself and realizes that he has much more success on the mound than he does in the batter's box. Tyler is one of the best players on the football and baseball, one of the best players on the football team and on the baseball team in the junior class, and I hope Tyler returns next year to lead the squad in pitching and carry the team through a long postseason. Matt Yako. Yako was the surprise of the team this year. In the offseason, we had no set catcher, and the team was waiting for someone to step up. Matt proved to fill the shoes of Tyler Dalton quite well behind the plate, and was probably the key in keeping our team from not getting stolen on every play. When he works in his glove, he'll become one of the best catchers in the area. Matt had a great year this year, and I'll be looking for him to have another one next year. Sophomores, Grant Bumbu. Bumble was our most versatile player this year, and it showed how important he was toward the final week or two of the season. Grant can play all positions with his insane athletic ability, and his progress this offseason could help win the team many games in the upcoming years. Regan Mueller. As a sophomore, Regan shows a lot of potential. Regan is a power hitter who displays hitting ability in big games and will most likely see his name in the middle of a batting order next year. Regan stepped up when his name was called, and the team valued the innings he played. Still young, Regan shows a lot of potential to become a big contributor to the team as he progresses as a baseball player. Frankie Sanito. Even though Frankie's a sophomore, he competed just as hard as any other player on the team. Frankie played third base this season and was hitting the batting order practically every game as he had one of the best sticks in the team. We're still recovering from the fact that he didn't do anything to showboat on his walk-off home run to beat Eastlake North, but it still takes a cake as the most clutch hit this year. Frankie's going to be a great ball player for US and hopefully can help the team in getting past our district and sectional games. Though the good and bad times at US, through the good and bad times, I've always had a baseball season to look forward to. This season, though, it did not end in a fashion I expected, but proved to be similar as it gave me many memories I will cherish for the rest of my life. Hopefully, the future baseball players of this school see the tradition and take advantage of everything this school has to offer, which is truly a lot. Before I end, however, there are a few thank yous I'd like to dish out. First, I'd like to thank my family for their constant support throughout the whole lengthy baseball season, always pushing me to be the best. I'd like to thank Coach Neer and Coach Zach for helping the players progress in the offseason and never letting them take a moment off. Next, I'd like to thank Coach Johnny Kay. Johnny Kay is a teacher at St. Anselm and finds a way to be at every practice, no matter what time, what weather, doesn't matter. Undoubtedly the best BP thrower I've ever seen, Johnny Kay keeps the US baseball team together. He knows just as much about the game as anyone else I've ever met, and is always eager to see each player play to his maximum potential. But this year, we have two very important thank yous. First, I'd like to thank Coach Boca for everything he's done for the US baseball program. He spent countless hours trying to make every new team the best it can be, and every player who comes to US looks on Coach Boca as not only a mentor, but also a friend. There's reasons like players like Gauntlet Altemeyer, who's now playing pro ball, comes back to hit BP on an early Saturday morning with Coach Boaks, and I know that many kids will value the relationship with him. I will best remember Coach Boca by an event that happened on the bench this year. As DeMarcus went to grab a baseball off the ground, the dugout, he felt a hard slap to his butt as he was picking up a baseball. As Tom continued to get the ball, he naturally yelled, "Good one, Chris." However, Chris was up to bat. At the end of the dugout was Coach Boca with a sneaky grin on his face that was priceless. This essentially is how I remember him, but in a short sentence. Thank you, Coach Boca, for being a good teacher of the game and a good friend for every player on the team. The second and last thank you I'd like to give is to Coach T.I. Many of you know him as just T.I. or T-Bags or the dude always yelling in the hallways, but this man is a living legend at the school. T.I. has been at US for, was given the past 18 years, is that right, T-Bags? Yeah, give or take. All right, 18 years and has loved every second of it. From teaching PE to all the underclassmen, to coaching football and baseball, to working in the school, T.I. has done it all. Every student at the school has heard T.I. rant about water is the stream of life, and how he calls everyone crazy mother duckers. It may get repetitive at times, but it just shows you that he can always care about the kids, that he always cares about the kids in the school. No matter how beat up he's been over the years, he never stops moving for the love of the school and the love of the kids who roam these halls. This is T.I.'s last year coaching here at University School, and his last time at a sports banquet. But we know he has left behind a legacy that will never be forgotten. We all know that T.I. would die working for this school if he was able to. And on behalf of everyone at University School, thank you, T.I. and Coach Boca, for everything you've given this school community.